The Trump administration's decisions to withdraw troops from Syria and to allow the Turkish military to move into northern Syria presents a real challenge to our strongest allies in the fight against ISIS, the Kurds, mainly consisting of the organization, the Syrian Democratic Forces, and the YPG. Both the Syrian Democratic Forces and the YPG have led the charge against the Islamic State in Syria, and they're currently concentrated on the northern border of Syria with Turkey. The first is a loss of life among our Kurdish allies who have really spearheaded the fight against the Islamic State. The second is that the Kurds will have to move forces away from guarding ISIS fighters and supporters to fighting the Turkish military, which could mean that ISIS has an opportunity to remobilize and gain strength among from their former supporters. In the longer term, rebel organizations learn from each other and they learn from each other's experiences. In doing so, the U.S.'s reputation among potential rebel partners in the future and across the globe could mean that it's more challenging for the U.S. to execute and achieve its foreign policy objectives when a civil war is ongoing. For U.S. servicemen and women, this means that their job is going to be more challenging, and if they have unreliable allies, it could make their job more perilous, potentially threatening the lives of Americans abroad. In my opinion, this decision by the Trump administration will not benefit the U.S. in any way. The status quo, while not perfect, at least kept the Kurds safe and prevented the Turkish military from moving into Syria and potentially causing a major humanitarian disaster. Moving forward, not only is a major and imminent humanitarian disaster possible, but it also has downstream negative consequences for U.S. foreign policy in already dangerous civil war situations. People should care what rebel groups think about the U.S. because civil wars are hardly contained just within the sovereign borders of a particular country. Civil wars have tremendous international implications. For instance, if a rebel group wants to create a separate country, that country, by definition, will have international interactions, and frequently these rebel organizations actually sign on to internationally recognized treaties, such as the Treaty on Landmines or protecting child soldiers. By removing U.S. troops, it's unclear whether or not this will actually achieve a lasting peace in any significant way. It's possible that Turkey could achieve a lasting peace by eliminating the Kurds in northern Syria, which is truly horrific. But it also creates longer downstream migration consequences as people flee the movement of the Turkish military as well. The migration of people fleeing could cause instability where there's already some sort of fragile peace in place, but it also creates problems as the U.S. government has declined to accept more refugees, many from conflicts that it itself has caused or participated in.